If you're addicted to nicotine, you need to understand that it doesn't all come down to willpower. So I've been 8 months sober from nicotine and I was addicted for a little over a year. And I had gone through so many failed attempts. I'm sure you've done it too. You've done the throw it in the water cup and then buy one the next day, or throw it in the trash and fish it out 2 hours later. I had been through all of that several times, and it wasn't until I introduced this mindset strategy that I was actually able to quit and move on with my life. So if you're new to the channel, I do talk about dopamine detox. I talk about quitting nicotine. So just if you want to hear more about this kind of stuff, go ahead and drop a like, drop subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. So basically, what it comes down to when you're quitting nicotine is the mindset. The mindset is all it comes down to, because without it, you will never be able to quit. If you can't change your mindset, you won't be able to quit. Plain and simple. I learned that the hard way. So I went from smoking through a acute bronchitis diagnosis into finally quitting. And how did I do that? It all came down to the mindset. My mindset was that I need to go from a loss mindset to a growth mindset. So what is the mindset that you need? So there's a couple different key frameworks that you need to undergo to actually get into the meat and bones of the addiction. So the first mindset that you need to go through is that you need to go from loss to growth. You need to go from a loss mindset, I'm losing something from quitting nicotine, to a growth mindset, I'm gaining from quitting nicotine. This was the first shift that I had in my mindset that helped me go from failed attempts to actually quitting. So what do I mean by that? So normally when you're trying to quit nicotine, it's literally in the name, quitting nicotine. You're giving something up, you're quitting. And most people, all people, it's in human psychology to be averse to loss. We are a loss aversion species. We are more drawn to gaining than losing. We are more likely to try to averse or dodge a loss than to gain something new. With that being said, when we have that mindset of loss, we're losing a buzz, our stress reliever, and our social element. By the way, that's all wrong. I'll explain later. But when you think you're losing these things, you can't quit, because you're holding on to all these beautiful highlight moments that you're not actually getting. So you shift it from that loss to the growth. So now when you're quitting, you have this mindset that you are gaining so many things back. You aren't giving up nicotine, you're gaining back your life. Does that make sense? So instead of losing all that BS that you think is important, you're actually gaining your health, your dopamine, your finances, your everything. Dopamine, finances, health, everything. You're getting it all back when you quit nicotine. So shifting from the loss to the growth mindset was the number one thing I did. It was the first thing I did. It wasn't the most important, but it was one of the first things that I did that helped so much. Now, the second key to quitting nicotine is going to be the shift from cravings and withdrawals, or knowledge. So I like to call this the knowledge phase. You're learning about what it takes to quit nicotine, what the withdrawals are going to be like, what the cravings are going to be like. So first of all, the withdrawals and cravings only last 3 days. Most people think that the cravings and withdrawal symptoms are mental, when in reality, they aren't really. They're kind of a mild physical withdrawal. You're not seizing. Maybe you'll have some insomnia, you'll be sweating a lot. That's about it. That's about it for the 3 days. That's it. 3 days compared to your whole life struggling with this terrible vice. So think about it like that. What are you exactly losing by quitting nicotine? What is the, in the long run, you are gaining so much back compared to 3 days. It's negligible. So you have to understand that cravings and withdrawals last about 3 days, 3 to 7 days. 3 days is the strongest and it dissipates almost completely. 99% are gone by day 7. And then you're free. That was my experience. Most people, me included, will hype up cravings withdrawal so much. It's like, it's life ending. I'm not gonna be able to make it. I can't do this. Well, the thing is, you've been putting this poison in your body for so long. This is the congestion, everything getting compressed from your whole addiction span, getting compressed into 3 days. All of the negative things that you've been doing to your body, it built up. Every time you took a hit of your vape, you just put it into your withdrawal and craving phase. Your withdrawal and craving phase. That's what you've done. But the good news is it's only 3 to 7 days, guys. That's it. And then you're good. You can live your life. You can have dopamine back. You can have all your health back. Everything. So that's the information phase. You'll go through consuming all the content that you can get on nicotine. You'll learn everything you can about the phases, all you can get your hands on. And then number 3 is going to be the mindset hack revolving around cravings. Because cravings, I know when I was quitting, the cravings, oh my God, that was like the scariest part. Because everybody that tries to quit nicotine, they say it's the cravings are so bad. In reality, they're not that bad if you implement this mindset hack, guys. Okay, let me explain the mindset hack for you. So, first of all, you need to picture yourself. Every time you get a craving, you need to understand that you are not your thoughts and you do not have to indulge in those thoughts. So if you get a craving, you think about you want to smoke nicotine. So there's like the surface thoughts that you get, that you bounce off, and you can either accept it or reject it at that stage. But when you let it crack into the core of your thinking process, that is where things get problematic. That is where you start thinking about, oh, if I just go to the store real quick, or if I go fetch it out of the trash, or, oh, I'll quit another day, let me just get a puff real quick. This is where things get deadly, because you've allowed it to get into the mainframe. You've allowed it to hack into your mainframe. That thought, it was never supposed to get that far. And the cool thing is, you can actually train the muscle of repelling it off of your brain. You don't have to actually indulge in that thought. So to further explain this, this is the mindset hack that I learned that was so helpful. This was what I used. So imagine that you are on a beach. Just laid back. Oh, my apologies. So imagine that you're chilling on a beach, just chillaxing, and you're seeing the waves come through, crashing, hitting the shore, and going away. You're chilling on the beach. And you have the choice to grab your surfboard and surf those waves. But the thing is about those waves is that they're huge. They're ginormous. You're gonna fall and you're gonna drown every time you try to go surf those waves. So why don't you sit back on the beach with your non-alcoholic beverage and just watch the waves hit? Don't surf them. Just sit and watch. Now what if we put the waves and apply that analogy to the cravings? Every craving is a wave coming down your beach. Your mainframe is the shoreline, the beach. That is the main thoughts that you are indulging in every single day. And the waves are the external thoughts that pop into your head, the cravings. And as long as you're not surfing the waves, you're safe. You're good to go. You don't have to worry, because they're not accessing your mainframe of thoughts. You can keep on going through the day. Even better, if you can distract yourself throughout the day, play games, go to work, run, work out, anything you can do to distract yourself for these 3 to 7 days. Most likely gonna be just 3, because that's what happened to me. It was just 3 days. Maybe this is just a theory, but maybe every year that you smoked, you could add another day to your craving. So I smoked for a little over a year. So 3 days, if you smoke for like 7 years, let's say 7 days, right? But the thing is, you don't have to indulge in those thoughts. That was the powerful mindset shift that completely changed everything for me. I was finally able to quit. And then now for the last segment of this video, I'm gonna debunk all of the things that when you think you're quitting, you're not actually quitting. You're not giving these things up. So number 1 is gonna be stress reliever. You think that nicotine is a stress reliever for you. When you go and take a drag, you go out for your smoke break, you take a drag and you feel less stressed. Well, that's actually because you're suffering from withdrawal symptoms. Every single moment that you're in active addiction but you're not smoking, you are going through withdrawal. And when you finally go to your smoke break and you smoke, this is relieving your withdrawal symptoms and relieving the stress of the withdrawal symptom. It's not relieving your stress of work, your finances, your health, your wife, your kids. No, it's not doing any of that. It's just relieving the withdrawal symptoms. It's not a stress reliever. You're not giving up a stress reliever. This is a problem that has been created by nicotine that you have to resolve. So if there was no nicotine, you wouldn't have to get that stress reliever to relieve the stress. Now, number 2 is going to be the buzz. If you think you're going to miss the buzz, the weird effect that you get when you first start smoking, do you even feel it anymore? Because I know by the end of my journey, I didn't even feel it anymore. I felt like an eighth of a one in the morning. The very first hit when I first woke up, I felt like an eighth of a buzz that I would normally feel. And then I wouldn't feel anything the rest of the day. It would just be to keep the withdrawals away. So if the only thing that you get in return for decimating your health is a buzz, not even like a quarter of a buzz that you would have gotten when you first started, that makes no sense. So you're not giving up a buzz. You're incurring all of these health problems in exchange for a buzz. I don't know. This video was made for somebody that's going through the same thing that my younger self was. This is targeted for my younger self. If I could have shown this video to my younger self, I could have strapped him down and made him watch this video. I feel like I would have quit so much sooner. I would have never got diagnosed with acute bronchitis. I would have never went through all of the relationship problems that I had, all of the acne, all of the lung problems, everything. And it would all have not happened. And I wish the same for you. I wish that if you're still watching this video, you take this seriously. Because everything that I said in this video 100% helped me quit. I've been 8 months sober, approaching 9. And my life has improved completely, drastically. I would probably be dead if I was still smoking nicotine, if I'm being honest. That's the brutal truth. So if you made it this far in the video, I don't have too much more to say. I'm sure I'll come up with some more things to say in the coming videos, some more insights as I think of them. But this is the general overview of quitting nicotine. Okay? This is the general overview. All of the secrets that I have to quitting nicotine was in this video. So thank you for watching. And if you want to check out the rest of the videos, feel free to like and subscribe, all of that cute stuff. And yeah, good luck, guys.